So here we have the Jaguar XE on a 65 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a four-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of it from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well. You can also fold down those three seats you see there to increase this space even further should you wish to do that. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the speedometer. On the right-hand side, the rev counter. In the centre, you can see the total miles for the car. They are 74,499. Above that, we have the fuel gauge for the vehicle, and below that, a digital readout for the speedometer, and it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, so we are in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel, over on the right-hand side, we have speed limiter. We have the plus pedal and the minus pedal so that you can change up and down a gear using this automatic gearbox. You can do that manually with those pedals. We can change controls for the stereo and the phone here. And the button on the end of the indicator stalk will change the information displayed in that central section. Over in the center, we have the touchscreen for the car. So we have a few physical buttons down the right and left-hand sides, but essentially it becomes touchscreen from here. So for example, just tap one of these boxes, you could pair your phone. We can access our media options as well. Of course, this car's got the radio, so DAB, FM and AM radio, as well as auxiliary input. Once you pair your phone, you've also got Bluetooth audio as well. And on top of all of that, this car has got a full color reversing camera as well. Below that, we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature, and you can increase and decrease the fan speed from here. Air conditioning's on at the minute, so that's off, back on, or hit auto. The car will now take full control of the fan speed, which you can hear it doing, and the direction of the air to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. Any manual adjustment will override that straight away again. We've got our main volume for our stereo, the start and stop button for the engine. The gear shift in this car is the dial, so you've got all of the various different gears here. And when you switch the engine off, which we'll do in a moment, this will recess or lower down so that it sits flat to the center console. The last buttons we've got here are to turn off the stop and start, to change the driving setup of the car depending on normal driving, if you're going to take it on a track, eco, and when the weather is not so great. We can turn the traction control off from here as well. And as I say, when we stop the engine for the car, that will lower down. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.